All right, today I'm going to show you guys how to put together income statement in Google Sheets for Monopoly. So your final thing is going to look like this with your last name here, your income statement, and you'll just put the date that it currently is, a revenue section, expense section, and net income, okay? So the first thing you're going to do is you should have something that looks similar to this, either written down or on a Google Doc. So every time that something happened to you that you either received money or paid out money, you should have a record of it. So paid income tax, purchased electric company, paid rent on Connecticut, etc. So the very first thing you do, you have a blank sheet. Okay, you're going to come over to column B and you're going to put in your last name. Okay, and then you're also going to put income statement as of, and then like I'll just put today's date, 12. Okay, so it doesn't look nearly as nice as this right here. So a couple things. If you notice when I go between B and C, you get the double arrows. If you double left click, again, double left click, it'll automatically size your section to what you need it to be. So I'm going to make these bold, and I'm going to go ahead and center them. Okay. And even now, look, you can kind of see it doesn't have the line, so I'm going to move it out. I'm just going to hold my left mouse button down and move it, okay? It's one of personal preference. All right, next, if you come back here, we need a revenue section. So skip a line. This is clearly written here in column A. So revenue, okay? And the next thing I have here is rental revenue. So rental revenue, you notice I'm in column B, but that doesn't really look like this. So you notice column A is a lot smaller. So I'm going to go ahead and put that, make that smaller so it kind of sits underneath that. And I'm going to make this bold. All right, the next thing you're going to do is use a formula. So in this case, you're going to hit the equals button. And you're going to go through and you're going to find every time that you paid or you received rent, okay? So this is receiving money. So paid, pass, go, purchase, received rent, $10. Right here. So I'm going to do equals 10, the plus sign. I'm going to come down and do that for every single one of them.
Knows that David Hines
$4. Okay. Received rent, $80. Again, received rent 10. Received rent 26. Received, oh, I did that again. Received rent 26.
Will Anderson.
Next, received rent 4. Received rent 26. Received rent 26. So obviously people keep landing on the same spot of mine. And received rent 26 and 80. Okay, so I'll put those down there. And then at the end, I'm just going to hit the enter button. Pretty easy. Okay, notice it's not in a dollar format. So if I click my letter C, I'm going to go ahead and change all this to the format as currency. All right, salary is how many times you pass go. So I'm just for time's sake, I'm just going to add a couple 200s in here. Yours does need to match. Okay, and then anything you might have landed on chance, like one beauty pageant. Okay, so next you're going to need to total it. So I'm going to put it back over here. So total revenue. So right here, total revenue. And I want that to be bold, so I just use my shortcut Control B. Now, it's going to be equals, and you can do the word sum in a parentheses, select your cells, and hit enter. Or you can do equals, click on the cells you want, and include the plus sign between. It does not matter how you come to that result. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm just going to trick Miss Kortas, then I'm just going to put in the number. Well, look, if you come up here, I know if you have the formula or not. If you do not have the formula, you do not get your points. Okay, next we're going to go through expenses. Same thing. Okay, I'm just going to put rental rental expense, purchase properties. So anytime you bought a property, anything like that. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and put some interesting numbers in here so that we can just get through this for time's sake. I purchased a bunch of different properties. Okay, so total expense is, okay, again, I want to make these bold, Control B, Control B. And here's for total expense, I'm just going to go equals plus number. Again, to get out of this, if I click somewhere else, it's going to just keep clicking random places. I'm going to click here and hit enter. And then finally, I'm going to do my net income. And that is simply my equals my total revenue cell minus my total expenses cell. Once you've done that, you have completed your project.